Delaware in the building. Y'all ain't ready for the Delaware takeover. Y'all not ready for this unique style and creativity that everybody in the world wants to see. Nas and Jay is bringing it, and everything they bring got that Delaware swag.
Hey everybody, it's J Street Jr. here, part of Naj and Jay, and we're just waiting for Naj to come and join us. Naj? Jay, come sit down. Come on, Jay.
I'm not sitting down without my seat.
I thought it would be appropriate for me to dress up like Jay because
Yeah, why? I don't understand why you would dress up like me.
I think I do a good impression of you.
I don't actually. No.
Well, can you just
It's not
sit
offensive.
down?
Got a new chair up in this piece.
All right, let's not go in on the chair because
What did you say?
you know.
What did you say? Hold on. What? Hold on, Blair. What did you? What? Hold on, man. No.
I gotta take these glasses off to see what you're doing because I feel like you might be doing something threatening.
Okay, everybody, let's be.
Calm down.
Let's be clear.
Everybody calm down.
Because I don't need the blicky. You know what I'm saying? I'm good right here. You know what I'm saying? Old faithful, you already know. What's happening, everybody?
Hey everybody.
Hey, everybody. We are back up in this piece, and it feels really
Back
good.
up in this piece.
Can you see it all right now with those glasses on? Because
Somewhat.
I'm very blind.
Somewhat.
Okay. I'm surprised you can see anything.
As long as
because-
you don't move too fast.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
my eyes are bad, for sure. You know what's good about this chair, actually, is it also puts me at a proper height, finally. So, we're seated at the same place. Yeah, those are mine. I own that. Yeah,
This is how Jay sit.
absolutely. I do that. I didn't realize that I actually
I
sat that
told
way.
you.
I
Wait.
do. I mean, I don't do the full cross, but
Hold on,
I do
hold
this.
on.
Let me sit like a human.
Hold on.
Yeah. Okay, fam, you got that.
Hey everybody.
I have nothing to say. No, I have no argument. We're happy to be back, and excited to be back, and we're sorry that we were away for so long.
I ain't sorry.
Really?
I ain't sorry. Okay, life be lifing.
No, I'm sorry that we haven't
I went on vacation. Okay. I had my buns in the sand. And then I had COVID.
Yeah, we know. We already did a video on all that.
I know. But I guess it is nice to be back.
Yeah, I'm really
In the
happy.
casita.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried that I'm not
Oh.
doing something right on the technical side because it's been a while since we've been down here, but I think everything's going fine. So, yeah.
Well, welcome to your evening sip of local news, what's happening, and
You know I don't know.
real world mess.
Oh, I was
That's
gonna
your
say nonsense.
One line.
I was gonna
Your
say
one
nonsense.
line.
I think I got it next time. The real world mess.
Oh my God.
And who are you?
I am Naja Nicole, singer, songwriter, Bradyana. Bradyana is back in action.
And my name is J Street Jr. I am your local pettywop.
Oh.
And
You know
so-
what? You are.
Let me just
You
say,
are.
I would like to, listen, sincerely, to the entity or the people that watch every last bit of this show and don't miss a beat and follow some of the things that we do, immediately, thank you.
Thank you. I don't know. All right.
Yeah.
Woo! What are we talking about tonight?
It feels good to be the little guy getting followed, you know what I'm saying?
We're talking about Sukihana, and we're not talking about the Christiana Mall.
Yeah.
We're talking about Drake. Drake.
Messing it up for me. Yep.
And we're talking about smoking while pregnant.
And a whole lot more,
And a
actually.
whole
We actually
lot
have a big
more.
show.
Make sure you listen to the recap on WJVSradio.com.
Yes.
On Thursdays, you can hear the playback, but also go and just listen in general. It's Delaware's Grown Folks Radio. And all the best, all the hits, all the best music. You got a Gospel Sunday. You got live DJs in the studio every every week. So make sure you guys just go over to wjvsradio.com. Also, that's my dad's radio. I taught him well. Hey, Pop. So, yeah. Flowers for young Seta.
Yeah, he released an album, and we've been out of the studio for so long that we haven't been able to kind of just shout him out. But he dropped an album. It's streaming on Spotify. I believe it's called A Riverside Story. I have listened to it. I've enjoyed it. It's unique. It's all authentically Seta as far as I know him. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's dope, and it really has its own space. And I'm not saying that to say it. Like, as I listened through it, at first I was like, you know, he's got the main song about the Riverside Bucket 2-6, which has its, you know, perfect sort of pop place in terms of what's popular now. Mm-hmm. But then there are a lot of musical changes that kind of go across a nice little spectrum. Okay. And I was impressed. So flowers to you, Seta, for your album. Congrats on it. Listen to it, buy it, and support that man because he's doing dope stuff. Yeah.
Support our own. Mm-hmm. Okay. Flowers to my mom and my sister. Their birthday is on Saturday, and they are in Aruba.
Oh, gotcha. So they're there right now?
They're there right now.
Nice.
They sent me videos of a rooster in the area where they're living. Like, they're in a house, and they sent me chickens and roosters, and my mom was like, you be outside with them right now. I said, you sure is right.
Well, what about my neighbors across the street? I mean,
I'm still waiting to pull up to your house.
They'll be looking at you.
And see a chicken.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
I'm kind of offended that it hasn't
Why
happened
the chicken
yet.
crossed the road? To see Naja.
All right. Also, flowers to Rihanna. She secretly had her baby, her second baby.
Can you confirm this?
It was on the blogs.
Okay.
That's all I got for you. That's all I got. Okay. Rihanna Navy, let me know. What's up? Allegedly, she had her baby. And allegedly, it's another boy. And allegedly...
So it actually makes sense according to the timeline and the Super Bowl and all that kind of stuff. If you add it up. So, okay. That could,
and the
probable.
name starts with an R.
Okay.
So, there you go. And flowers to Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Listen. I'm going to just show you guys the video. But before I show you the video, I want you to understand. Well, so number one, she just today became world champion 100-meter sprinter female in Hungary today because she was really hungry to win this race. And, you know, she's the 2023 world champion. And she's an American. And an American hasn't placed in that event in World Championships in maybe like 5 years. And this particular field this year was stacked with like, I think you could almost basically call it like one of the all-time great sort of classes in terms of, you know, just the amount of talent crammed into one race this year. The Jamaican Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, I think she's 36 now. She's had just an absolutely unbelievable career, and she was one of the people who they, you know, probably thought would win the race. And then Sha'Carri's always been in the mix, but she did it. So I'm going to just show you this quick video. I've watched it like several times already, and every time, even though I know what's going to happen, it just gets me juiced. So watch it. Here's the baby Sha'Carri. Come on. 1 second. And go.
Who is the fastest woman?
This, without question, is one of the highest quality sprint lineups the sport of athletics has ever witnessed. This field of 9 includes 4 of the fastest women ever to have lived. And here on a balmy night in Budapest, their paths converge once more as they prepare to try and seize this opportunity for global glory and sporting immortality. It's time for the women's 100-meter World Championship final.
Set.
They're away first time. Can Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price deliver? She's got a good start, but watch Shericka Jackson. Shericka Jackson, is she just going to do it? Oh, on the near side, right at the end. They were getting ready to write the script for Fraser-Price, but from nowhere in lane 9, It's an incredible performance from Sha'Carri Richardson. It looked as though Jackson was going to finish ahead of Fraser Price, and she did, but the Jamaicans are...
There's so much I can say, and I'm going to say more because it has to be said. Number one, and I could have played more of that video there, but you didn't see at the end. Like at the end of the race, she kind of teams up and she wraps the two Jamaican sprinters who were second and third, wrap arms around her. There's love in that regard, and she was genuine. Like she starts at the very end of the video, she's like because she really can't believe it. And I think at least some of you all understand that, you know, she was disqualified from the Tokyo Olympics because she had a little bit of marijuana. Like, we're legalizing it everywhere, and she had some weed in her system, and she couldn't show off her skills, and that was a big deal. And last year, I don't even think she got to like semifinals because of an injury in the World Finals. So she's been through a lot. And the end of the day, she said on camera several times, like, she put in the work. She got her mind right. It's just like Simone Biles from a couple weeks ago. We talked about her. She got her mind right. She put in the work, and she won. And if you just, I know you saw the race if you're watching the show right now, she was on the outside lane, which is not like an advantageous lane to be in. And she said even in that position, she just literally ran her own race. She thinked about.
What? She what? She think about that one. Y'all all need to think about these things. Think about that. Think about putting in the work.
Just disrespected the whole segment and Sha'Carri.
That's all. I don't even know what
I
you're
don't
talking
think
about.
I've ever used that word in my life.
You did today.
I don't think I've ever said that
You
in
did
my
today.
life. My subconscious must have said, Jay, we need a bit. Jay, we need a bit. Do it right now. Say think.
Child. Woo,
Let me get back on track before we lose the whole essence of what was supposed to be covered.
Ooh.
She didn't even think about what was going on over here. She just thought about her training and specifically what she needed to do to run her race. And she ran the fastest that she has ever run in order to win the race today. And you saw her at that very end. Like, she was losing, and then boom, she never quit. And if you don't draw immediate inspiration from that, I don't know what does. Like, I ran track, so I'm a little more tied into it, but
I
gosh.
ran track as well.
So
I was actually the captain of my 8th grade track team.
So you kind of get it, right? Like, just from the perspective of a race, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I'm going here. Speaking of race.
No, which one we talking about? We talking about
Both.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify. I need you to think about it before you.
Right. We're gonna lock that from here on out. Like, we're throwing think about it along with salmon, artists. Salmon. I'm sorry, artists, and whatever else needs to be. So Pacifically, absolutely. But
we need T-shirts.
Okay, I love all cultures. Like most of them, I just love them all. Like, I love Jamaicans. Jamaican culture is cool. Like reggae culture, all dance hall culture. I love Ethiopian food. But America won today. Team USA.
America.
Black people in America who were born and raised in America. It's another instance where I just want to make sure, because sometimes, and it's like, I love Afrobeat, all of the things that are coming from different cultures outside of America, but never forget our own unique Black American greatness. Don't ever forget it. She is now part of that lineage, and I love it. We are Stevie Wonder, we are Martin Luther King, and I understand it's all tied to Africa. Everything comes from Africa. But we have our own little special swagger here, and I love it, and she represents it, and I love everything she did and what she's going to do, because she's only 23. She's got a huge future ahead of her now. So put in your hard work, be proud of your American self, be proud of yourself in every capacity, and I love Sha'Carri. And that's it. Serious. I'm serious.
I love it. What's happening around the town? Okay.
All right, help me out, because there's a lot.
There's a whole lot.
Yeah.
So Child, I need glasses.
Oh,
okay.
no.
All right, the Wilmington Library.
What's the
Movie
event?
Tuesdays.
Yes. Okay,
1
here we go.
p.m. located in the Commons Room. Tomorrow, Big George Foreman. It's rated PG-13, so make sure.
Go ahead. No,
What? I'm just saying.
This is the way you said it. Big George Foreman.
I'm trying to read. I was thinking about it.
You think about it, yeah.
I'm trying to read. Okay, so that's at the Wilmington Library tomorrow.
Library
at
for
1
sure.
p.m. Then, okay, I'm trying to go in order.
I didn't go in order, so just go by your own order and tell me.
August 23rd, All That Jazz at the Spotlight on 1809 Pulaski Highway.
All right, here it comes.
Doors at 7:45 p.m., show at 8. Featuring Larry Scott Jr., Richard Hill, Jeff Notner, with special guest Sharon Sable.
All those names I love, truly.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
those are great, just
That's
across
gonna
the
be
board.
a bomb show.
Yeah.
So head on over there.
Jeff Notner is amazing. You're going to see him in the little segment we have coming up, too.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Also on the 24th from 6 to 9 p.m. here in Wilmington, line dance fundraiser party, live class instruction and party with DJ Darnell. That sounds like fun. Oh, Wednesday, August 23rd, the Levitt Amp Wilmington Music Series heading over at the UAE. Starting at 6:30, Gerald Veasley's Electric Mingus Project, and there will be a Q&A starting at 6:30 p.m.
Yeah.
So make sure
you'll
guys...
be there. Do you think I might? If I can make it, I will.
Yeah.
And we'll. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. And then we have the SoCo Art Night Market, the 26th. From 6 to 9:30, DJ Hermie Potter, and a whole bunch of vendors hosted by the Soul Firm.
And I think this is the last one of the season for her.
Yes, this is the last one.
So this is if you haven't been this summer, make sure that you check out her event because it is dope every time.
Yes.
Yeah.
August events for United Way Delaware, the Back to School Bash, book bag giveaway, and resource fair. That's going to be in Wilmington and Dover. You can go to the United Way website or their Facebook to find out the exact location. Oh, actually, I have it right here. North Wilmington Library, 3400 North Market Street. That's August 26th. And then I don't have this for you. I didn't give this to you, but
Okay, you can talk about it. I'll bring it back to the main.
this Saturday I will be performing at the Soul Fest, which will be in Philly, 1717 North Hancock Street, hosted by my friend Mylena. Good vibes. Araya Love, Amari Rebel, and the Movement.
Ari's from Delaware.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you guys feel like heading up to Philly, that's where I'll be performing. So yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah, as always, plenty to do. I'm ready to stop my sarcasm if there's nothing to do in Delaware because this is just all the stuff that there's to do, and that's a fraction of it.
I do want an interesting name. Like I want a fun name to segue into it because
I can dig that.
I hate saying this is what's happening in Delaware. Like I want to, you know, if you're gonna step out, this is where you gonna go. Something like that.
I can dig it.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into it.
Where shall we start?
Oh God, where should we start?
Where's
All right.
Lucho?
Jay had texted me a little bit ago saying that he heard of a press release. Had a press release
Yes, and did I put it in? I think I did.
from a Delaware
Yes.
native.
Okay, listen.
I don't know if y'all can read this. It's kind of small.
You know what? But I will read it as it's up there. So let me pull it up here on my phone so I can read it as it comes up. And I'm going to put it up on the screen. But before I even pull it up, what I want to preface it with is this is a press.
You want to preface it?
Yes. I'm going to preface the press release that was sent to Grouchy Greg of All Hip Hop. And I asked his permission if I can talk about this because it's hilarious on one hand and it's also... you can't help but cringe a little bit. So if you didn't know, a new song came out. I actually forget the name of the song already, but it features our very own Suki Hana.
Don't do that.
Why not?
I'm not claiming.
Too bad. Yeah, and Sexy Red. And that's, everybody knows Sexy Red from the Booty Hole Brown Pound Town. Like, everyone loves the song.
Can I just leave during this?
So the video came out. It is as ratchet as you can be on normal, sort of television or whatever on YouTube. And a press release was sent out prior to the video release, getting people hyped up. So I am going to pull up the press release for you guys, and I'm going to read it in case you can't see it on the screen, all right? So, if you thought Sexy Red or Sexy Summer is over, it's only heating up. Sexy Red and Sukihana are the newest members of a country club near you in their new video, Hood Rats. Produced by Tay Keith, Sexy and Suki hilariously list the requirements to be the best hood rat you can be. If you're wondering how to be optimal hood rat status, Sexy and Suki suggest you participate in the following activities. Shaking ass, because the bills are due. Twerking on somebody's baby daddy, have some fun in a man's Hellcat, and buying your man a switch for his Glock. What I love most about this track is hearing Sexy and Suki in sisterly competition to see who can spit the most quotable NSFW lyric. Sexy reminds you of the color of her genitalia, while Suki shoots her shot at Joe Biden. The Caddyshack-inspired Des Gray directed video finds the duo bringing their unfiltered raunchiness to a prim and proper country club, eventually making the place into an all-out hood affair.
Enough.
Sexy...
Enough.
All right, I'll bring it back. So, if you haven't seen the video, you should, well, I'm not going to say you should watch it, but it's available to you. And I sent it to Naj because I personally feel as though...
Yes, do tell.
Female hip-hop culture is way unbalanced. I am someone who has dabbled in all of the raunchy ratchetry. I am not easily offended. I get it. I think it's funny. I like it. I'm too old for it now, but been there, done that. Trust me. When I was my freshman year coming straight from Wilmington down to Morehouse, my freshman year, 19, fresh out of Tower Hill, I go to a place called The Gate and saw a Luke show. And the things that I saw happening on stage blew my mind even to this day. So you can't offend me. But the point that concerned me about the video was, it was like, okay, now we've just, like, every single big name who is a female rapper in the industry, everything about them first is ratchet. I understand, like, you have a right to be whoever you are, but it's reached one of those points where, like, what about artists like Sha'Carri? And what about the fact that the things that we see on TV, there should be some kind of a really accurate representation of what life is to some degree. It's not a reflection of what black women actually are. Like, you have people like Fawny, who's running she's the DA down in Georgia. You know, we have all of these super professional, high-level black women who are doing amazing work. And if you were in a different country and just wanted to tune in and find out what American black female culture is, you would see that, and that's not what it is, and it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is Sha'Carri. There are so many good MCs. There's Moo Fresh. Like, there's just so many people who have superstar quality who aren't put in the mainstream that I believe should, and things are way out of balance. Like, it's enough. It's too much. It's just that simple to me.
Okay.
You got nothing to add?
I have nothing to say. I've said all I needed to say about those two women.
What did you say?
I said that, I think one episode I said that I am offended that Sexy Red, whose name I hate saying her name, is even quote unquote a star, because it's an abomination to what real artists are doing out here.
And there's a place for that, but it's too much. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
I also feel like, listen, as a woman, I have the right to do with my body what I please. But as a mother, and as an influence on young girls, whether I choose to accept it or not, I have a responsibility. And as a mother, I have a responsibility to my children. If it's one thing I'm never going to teach my girls, is I got to use my vagina to make money to take care of them. Like, that's not going to be my number one way of making money or my only way of making money. And there is a rise in this selling yourself culture and trying to flip it as, oh, we're taking our masculinity back. When in reality, men still gonna be men regardless of what you do with your parts. You just looking crazy.
But do you see, and like, so there are always going to be like ratchet male artists.
There's
you know
always
what I'm
going
saying?
to be ratchetness on
But
both
we have
sides.
like at men, there's a Kendrick Lamar, you know what I'm saying, who is not doing that, and there's a balance to all of the nonsense, and it's still out of balance even in the male department, but it's so far completely, like there's zero star who like is coming from the Lauryn Hill or like just something who is like not even wholesome, but just, you know, a different.
Because the companies are focused on the dollar and what sells. What is the number one thing that sells?
Absolutely.
So that's what they're going to push. And if that means that they're going to fund every ratchet female rapper that wants to knock on their door and give them everything they can, then they're going to market it. Because there are so many female rappers and MCs out there who deserve the spotlight, but they're not selling what these labels want to sell. They're not bringing in that dollar.
And so that's why I really, like, I haven't made a full post about it, but like, I really, like, I make fun of conspiracy theorists a lot, but this is one of those places where I start to go down the rabbit hole because I do fundamentally, I mean, it's almost factual. Like, you know, once Public Enemy and those really hardcore militant conscious groups became more and more popular, you know, all of a sudden NWA hits. And I grew up on NWA. Like I grew up on Snoop Dogg, all of that super gangster, you know, shoot 'em up, bang, bang music. And I had no real connection to it. But like, I enjoyed that music, but I can easily recognize now that there was a degree of forcing that into the culture more than it needed to be for the sake of dumbing people down. And this is like 2.0 or 3.0 with that. And it's like, it's not okay. It's like, you know, you create a picture where all black men are nothing but drug dealing, violent gangsters. And
Right.
it's so far past that. And then now all the women are just thoughts. That's all.
Yeah.
They're all just, you know, thoughts. Again, I am not offended like by any individual lyric, any individual thing I've seen, because I've seen and done it all. But if every single food option that you have at the restaurant is burgers and fries, it's way out of balance. And
Carlos
that's it.
Matthews says, what about Remy? Remy Ma?
She's not popular now, though.
Unfortunately, Remy has
She's not a
fallen
top-
into the... Like, can Remy rap? Yes. But her bars don't match up to where we are right now. Like, people, like, where...
Well, she's not a big name. That's the point.
She's a huge name. In female rap, yes, she's a huge name. She's a trendsetter. She's also a...
She's not a trendsetter anymore.
She was.
She was.
Yes,
like,
yes.
who is now dropping music
That's
currently?
what I'm saying. I'm like, she's fallen into that, you know, kind of faded away part of her career because she's not modern. She's not, you know, at least from what I see on my end.
Yeah, and there are young, even like, because Ciroc is closer to my age range for sure. So, but there are certainly, that I guarantee you, in almost every city, I would bet, that you can find some 20 to 30-year-old female who can write her tail off, has charisma. I mean...
Oh, he said, what about what she is doing for battle rap currently? You know, battle
that's
rap...
That's not at the forefront of
right,
culture.
Battle rap, I don't know much about battle rap, but what I do know is it's not what you see when you log on to Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. It's not what you see at the awards. Like, we're talking specifically about the mainstream, in your face, everything that from radio commercials to TV commercials to ads, endorsements, like Remy isn't in the front of those.
Yeah. Like I mean
these
this
other rappers are.
I mean this respectfully. Like I feel like battle rap is almost kind of now in the same space as like your high quality jazz musicians. Like there are guys that we play with who are as good as anybody, but they're in their own small space. Like Heroi is an absolute animal.
Who said he's almost done his record, by the way?
So, you know, Heroi is a master of his instrument. Like he can play with anybody anywhere.
Right.
But he's not like a superstar, and that's not because of lack of his talent. It's because of what the industry is willing to put their money behind, and that's my fundamental problem.
It's all about the money.
Yeah.
Dollar bill, y'all.
Yeah, but I honestly think that it's more than just about the money, because ultimately people would buy quality stuff if you gave it to them. And the problem
That's the thing.
is access.
Giving it to
I think
them,
it's more than just
They're
money.
gonna-
It's an absolutely nefarious plot. Here I am
When they do them risk
to
assessments,
make us look terrible.
when they do them cost, benefit, risk assessments, all that, they're looking at what is going to get me the quickest dollar right now. Ass.
But not just the quickest dollar, but I think it's more than that. Like
If you look at the last
no,
10
but listen,
years.
I'm saying not, yes, that, but in addition to just trying to make a buck, it's the same thing as the prison system. Like, how can we keep them at this level?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
give them money, they're going to keep making this ratchet crap. You keep it's like
But you could cure cancer and make money off of that. But it's like, how do I keep this nonsense going long term? You know what I'm saying?
listen, the music industry is treating it just like the healthcare industry.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yes,
Like,
and that's how it's
yeah.
going to continue to go because of the coin.
So I don't know what to do about that, but
All we can do is
That's-
educate our kids and show them all types of music.
I want Heroy to get himself started a big record company.
Did you not hear what I just said?
I did, maybe, because I'm still irritated by that. I see violence. Violence. It's not the answer. There's a
I
time
guess I
and a
should stop
place.
listening to these female rappers.
Before you get yourself in trouble. Thinking you're gonna Cardi B somebody.
Child. Oh God.
Yeah, but moving on. It had to be said though.
It had to be said. But I am gonna say in about 5 years, if I ain't selling no music, I might start selling some booty.
Listen, man, I stay
I
in
might
shape.
be out there just
Let's be clear. The main reason I stay in shape is in the event that all goes wrong and I have nothing left but OnlyFans. If I have to, I will.
You know, I really do think about it. Like, you know, when you in the struggle, you start thinking of ways to make money. Did I ever tell you the underwear website?
Let's stop here. Nope.
I'm not that desperate yet.
Nope.
But catch me in a couple years. If I'm hurting, you never know. You might get you a foot website.
Oh, that's coming too. Just hold your horses. Just be patient because there's something coming, guys.
Oh, God. Okay, real quick. We want to update you on the block party.
Yes.
So y'all already know I had the vid. So we had to postpone the block party because I was going to make sure that I could get myself together to perform for all of y'all. All right? So it's September 22nd, 7 o'clock. It's a Friday night. Come on out. Okay? We're going to have a live band, vendors, games, music, food. We're going to have dancing. There may be fireworks.
There ain't gonna be no fireworks. There'll be alcohol.
The ones from Walgreens.
Right.
But yeah, we're gonna have a good old time. So September 22nd, I'm gonna put the flyer out. Make sure you guys put it on your calendar because we wanna have a good time. Sending love, positive energy, and all that we can vibe-wise to the people from the fires, the Cali flooding, and then the Hawaii fires. It's a lot going on.
I mean, yeah, I can only that Maui situation is terrifying.
Yeah.
Did you read up on
No.
So I don't think a lot of people really. I'll say this.
To be honest, I've been keeping I've been out of the loop with stuff that make me sad.
So basically, everyone knows. I think that there was a wildfire. Just a huge wildfire that just took over a large
While
part
Paris
of
Hilton
Maui.
was vacationing right across the street.
But so my understanding of it is that it happened somewhere around 11:30, around midnight, in Maui, and it was triggered by some kind of electrical thing, just kind of exploding and caught everything on fire. So you just imagine that you're in your house and they're not even in a wooded area, and then all of a sudden everything is just on fire like that.
That's a shame.
It's something you can't imagine. So all we can do from our end is just offer prayers and be thankful. It sucks,
Right.
but I just hope that they are able to come back
They will. It's just
they'll
it
make a
sucks.
comeback, but it might be 1,000 people that died. You know? Yeah, right now they know 100 or so people died, but 900 people are missing. Yeah, it's terrible. It's really terrible, and we're fortunate. And listen, if we're gonna go there, global warming, guys, these things matter. It is a thing. And I'll leave it there.
Yeah. Drake? Drake? Y'all seen Drake lately? You know, he reminds me of when you're in high school and you just want to like fit in, so you do things. And this is one of those things. Where you
Never should have give you niggas money.
Oh, God.
So, you know, this is what happens when, okay. On one hand, I actually think it's funny.
You think everything's
No,
funny.
it's funny because there's no way that there's no way he's serious about that. He's just kind of trolling everyone, which is funny. There's no way that he's not that far removed from reality that he thinks that is player.
No, he thinks he looks good.
No, I don't think so.
He thinks he looks good.
I don't think he does. But all I know is that, you know, he is taking the light skins back decades. Like, he's taking us back, and I'm not okay with
He
it.
looked like he hit women.
Oh,
He looked
jeez.
like he backhands them with a pinky ring.
Listen, everything that I try to not fall into in terms of light-skinned stereotypes, he just brought it all out in one
It's
fell
the
swoop.
face for me.
And
Like,
it's hysterical. It's hysterical.
that's like the duck face, light skin. Ugh, God.
Everything that they said about me as a
How
kid.
old is he?
I mean, he's damn near 40. He's 35-ish, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's somewhere between 35 and 40. And everything that I fought, like, literally fought as a kid, he's just putting it like, well, see, look, this is how y'all act. I'm joking, it's kind of funny, but it's also a little true, but not really, and it's funny. Yeah. He just brought light-skinned people back 20 years, and it's terrible, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So an interesting conversation came up. Krishan Rock. Y'all know we've talked about her before, her and Blueface. Y'all know she pregnant.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So recently, a video was posted of her smoking weed while heavily pregnant. And the comments went off, baby, they went off. The conversation between, the comments were between, there is no evidence linking any issues, you know, between smoking while pregnant.
You mean
and
marijuana specifically?
Yes,
Yeah.
smoking marijuana and being pregnant to, you know, the kids having any issues. And then there are some studies and it does this to you and it does that to you. So I looked it up.
Yeah, what did you see? I'm actually,
So
okay.
there aren't any real, like, there isn't any real stuff out there to say, oh,
That it's bad.
Exactly.
Okay.
But at the same time, there are links, you know, to smoking in general, like,
But marijuana is completely different from tobacco and cigarettes.
I know. So, like,
Right.
it really depends. Like, they talked about weed tea versus smoking weed, you know, with a blunt or through a blunt or whatever you want to call it. So I don't really know. All I
feel
know
like
is,
if the scientific evidence,
which there really is any.
but in the event that it really turns out to not be harmful, you have to then come to the realization that she's just getting crapped on because of our own preconceived association for what it is to smoke weed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, if she was, not that she wouldn't get flack for it, but if she was just like taking an edible or like sipping weed tea, they'd be like, but it's like the smoke. Like you sit back here, just like, you know what I'm
I think the
saying?
tobacco part is what gets
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I feel like you should keep your body as clean as possible from any substances or any type
But
of.
someone's gonna argue that THC and cannabis isn't bad for you at all. You know what I'm saying? And I don't
see,
really
that's
know.
the thing. I'm thinking more so.
Like, was she smoking a blunt or was she smoking like a?
I think she was smoking a blunt. But my thing is, when you're impaired in general, your judgment,
That's true.
your movement, all of those things are affected. It's
But
not
if she was
so
home,
much.
she was home.
So you could still fall. You could still trip and fall down the steps. You could still, you know, not hear something or not be paying attention to a sound that
Did
could
you have any
alert
alcohol when you were pregnant at all?
Hell no.
None? Okay.
Not at all.
Okay. I don't remember what Lisa did. I really don't remember.
I damn sure
Yeah.
didn't smoke.
Okay.
But my thing is, keep your body as clean as possible because you're already up against so much when you're pregnant, right? Like, just living in America. Living in America. Like, you already have some struggles.
Yep.
Then on top of that, you're gonna add to it that you're pregnant. You know, just chill out. If you can't wait 9 months, like, maybe you should think about that. Like, why do you need to smoke? And if it's not for nausea, like, you know, some people say that it helps with nausea, and if it's not to help you sleep, and you're just doing it because you've got the itch to smoke, maybe you should rethink some things, because you shouldn't be so dependent on anything. But I guess just my personal opinion, I would want to steer clear from anything.
Coffee?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, well, I did decaf.
So
And I had a terrible craving for coffee. It was crazy.
Okay.
But it was very, like, here and there. I wasn't doing it all the time, drinking it all the time. I don't know, I just think you should be mindful. You have a child inside of you, and you want to make sure that your child has the best chance at life possible. I think it's unfair at how hard people go, because you know, them internet gangsters, when you may be commenting, but the person commenting, you got your own skeletons in the closet. You got your own things, vices and things that you do that nobody knows about. We should be a little bit more mindful of how we talk to people, especially at vulnerable times, like when they're pregnant.
Yeah, the amount of boogers that I ate over my wife's pregnancy, just out of nervousness. I'm joking. Just like, oh my God, oh, hope everything's okay.
See, this is why. Woo!
Should we get the theater in?
Theater in? Yes!
So, on a completely... Yeah. No.
On a completely different note, last Thursday, we had the honor of attending Third Thursdays. Is it Third Thursdays at Theater N, hosted by Gerald Chavis, where we got to see Roy Richardson and Hannah Carter. And this is our segment.
Shout out to everyone keeping it classy.
Yes, it was classy.
Don't you feel good? I know you feel great inside. You feel all warm and furry. You know what I'm saying? You know what
Warm
I'm
and
saying?
furry?
Yeah.
Fuzzy?
Yeah, fuzzy, furry, same thing. I don't know.
No, not the same thing. I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
How did you feel hearing her sing the song at the same part of the show where you traditionally end your shows? And she obviously has no idea that you do that. Like, did that feel like, wow, like someone else? How did that feel to you?
Well, she dedicated it to her grandfather.
Which was beautiful.
Which was beautiful.
Yeah.
And to me, it felt like a soul connection.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I hate to be corny.
No,
but
I can dig it.
I felt like a soul connection because
Yeah.
I tell people that is my life song.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that she sang that as her last song, dedicated it to her grandfather, and anybody who knows me knows, God rest, my grandfather's soul. I miss him, both of them. I miss them so much. I just thought it was beautiful. And I was just proud to be there for that moment.
Yeah. I mean, you could see the genuine love between the two of you and even the little picture that I posted. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was cool. So,
Yes.
yeah, I was curious. All right.
Love you, Hannah. Okay.
Who's ready to get their babies out the house and back in school? Lord have mercy.
I know I am.
I cannot, and y'all have no idea how the past week has been for me. I'm not going to open up that can of worms right now, but Jesus, I cannot wait for these babies to go back to school. So
I am ready to send my last little bit of kids to start their journey in school. It's bittersweet for me because again, getting them out, their first year of kindergarten, Journey's going into 5th grade, beautiful. But this is this is the last time that my little chickadees will be pushed. I don't have no more after this.
See that? Out the door. Get out of my door.
Shut up.
Get.
You heartless scab. My God. Can I have a moment?
Go in the building.
Lisa, I don't know how you do it, sis, because
I said get out of this car and get in the building.
So
what are you scared of? You gonna be scared of me? Go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
So no, is there anywhere else you want to yell into the camera awkwardly? So y'all know this is around the time that Facebook be set on fire with the pictures of my first day at school. So I decided to make a list
Okay. Yeah.
of do's and don'ts for the school year or beginning of the school year. And also, me and Jay have our number one pet peeve.
Get out the car.
Number one pet peeve for back to school. Woo! All right, for the do's list. Number one, make sure the school nurse and teachers are aware of any medical conditions or allergies your child may have.
My child is crazy.
I don't know why this needs to be reminded, but for some reason, there are people who don't tell the nurse, my child is allergic to peanuts. My child is allergic to this and that. My child can't have dairy. I don't know why people just think, the school can read your mind. Please call the school and let them know, hey, my child doesn't eat pork. My child don't drink cow's milk. They don't know if you don't tell them. I don't know. Because when little Jimmy come home talking about, I had me some pork bacon.
That boy is happy as hell.
No, he happy as hell, but mommy and daddy is screaming. Okay? So yeah. Shush. Number 2. Start transitioning your child from summer to school schedule before the first week of school. I remember back in the day, my mom, like 2 or 3 weeks before school, she was like, bed at 9. You getting up early.
Yep.
Get up and get dressed.
Yep.
Like, she made sure she
And
was
that's
like,
an adult
we're
skill.
practicing.
That's an adult skill, is training yourself to get
Yes.
on a sleep schedule.
Yes.
So, yep.
Because what you don't want is your kids to be on fire the night before school and can't get up on time. And
Get out the car. Get out of the car.
Number 3, set a homework schedule. I learned the hard way with this because when Journey started going to school and getting homework, I was just so excited to have her home with me that I was like, let's play and watch movies. I'm going to sniff you. And then it would be like 8 o'clock and she'd be like, I got homework. And I'm like, shit, I'm tired. You need a bath. So start early. As soon as they start coming home from school, make like at least an hour after school. Okay, read a book, practice your letters, do something productive that helps stimulate your mind, and then you can do whatever you want to do.
Parents, and this is okay. Some of us struggled in 7th and 8th grade math, division, long division, however they do it now, and you still struggle with it now. Do not try to teach your child that which you could not learn when you were their age.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I am talking about this right now. Get your child a tutor. Get them extra help after school.
Yes.
If you can't do it, just stay out of it and get them the help. Like, I know that there's going to be a point, like, where my kids have to do, say, physics, and I don't remember that stuff. I'm going to get them help.
Called tutor time. Somebody get that baby a tutor, cause listen, I'm that parent that be like, if they had 5 apples and they took away 3, how many apples do they have left? Like, it just gets louder and louder and louder. And then if you're not writing it right, if I can't read what you write, then I get loud with that. So I stay away. I stay away from homework. I tell you to get it done. Let's get you a tutor. Let's talk to your teacher. My husband will step in. I am not that parent, and that's okay.
And know that. If you know that that's not your space,
okay,
you still got to check on them. You fall back and make sure they're getting the help.
You can email the teacher. Miss Ma'am, you sent something home.
and be kind, because the teacher has 30 kids.
Yes.
That are all, like, not all, but a lot of them are struggling.
Yes.
And it's a lot for everybody.
Yes.
You know?
Okay, these are the don'ts. Don't, number 1, don't wait until your child's parent-teacher conference to see how they're doing adjusting. Parent-teacher conferences don't happen till like October, November. So if you are worried and you want to know something, reach out to the teacher. Reach out to the class people, like the people who set up the grades and handle the tests and all that crap. Like, reach out.
Definitely within the first 2 weeks. Be like, yo, just make a quick call. And you could even, because you could even just, in a very kind way, like when if you go pick your child up for school. Be like, yo, let's just rock in real quick. I just want to make sure you're doing good. You know what I'm saying? Just 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a good place.
I had a conversation with Journey's teacher last year within the first 2 weeks. She's just like, hey, I know Journey struggles with this and this. You know, if you could keep me in the loop of her progress over the next couple weeks, where I can help her or we can help her, that would be appreciated. I would write notes, you know, like, and she would write notes as well. Just check in. There's nothing wrong with checking in. You're not going to bug the teacher, trust me, because the teacher wants the child to excel. So if the parents are helping, that makes her job so much, or their job, so much easier. Don't set unrealistic expectations for grades, friends, etc. Listen.
What does that mean?
I'm that parent.
If you've determined that your child is incapable of doing well, let it rock. What does that mean?
Like,
settle for mediocrity? What do you say?
Okay,
like, if you know your child is smart.
I know I wasn't a straight A student. I just want my child to try. I want you to try. I want you to work hard.
How do you know that they're working hard? I'm not starting any static, but how do you know that if your child is actually trying? Like, Mom, I tried, though. I tried. I did try.
Well, for me, for Journey is very much, she challenges herself.
Okay.
I know that about her. So if when it comes to crocheting, that girl can crochet, literally, she crocheted a cat toy in like a week. She will look at the videos and really challenge herself, and she finds the next thing that could be hard and just keeps conquering it. So when she's working on something with school, I can tell if she's really like...
I think that a really proper place, so I think it's actually a really good discussion, because I don't care how you slice it, like, part of our job is to try to get our children to perform as well as they can.
Right.
And everything. And I think if you have to talk to the teacher. Be like,
Right.
yo, is my kid, is he trying? Like, do you see him
Right.
paying attention? Does he ask for extra help? Is he
Right.
doing his homework?
Right.
And then you check to see that they do the homework.
And
They
that's the thing,
ask you if they need help.
I check her homework.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, what do you think this means? And then I'll make her read me what she wrote. And then I'm like, does that sound like it makes sense? Does that make sense to you? Are you answering the question? Like, you have to check what your kids are doing. Simple as that. You know, then you can really see if they're trying or not. Because if it says write a paragraph and there's 3 words.
And you know that your child speaks in paragraph sentences when they're talking to your behind.
Okay.
That means they're just being lazy. So, yeah.
Okay.
Push them.
Okay, don't do everything for them. Let
No.
them be independent in picking out clothes, getting ready, doing their homework, etc.
I don't care what you wear. Just get out of this car.
I have been very proactive in making sure that Journey is independent.
Do I look like I care about your Crocs? I don't care if it's broken. I don't care if
Oh
you don't
my
like the, what do you
God.
call it, the niblet? What do they put on the end of the Croc? What do they put on the
I
end
don't
of
know.
it? The gibbet? Get out of my car.
I make sure, so Journey has a tendency to be like, well, I can't find it. Or, Mom, I don't know what to wear. And I'm looking at clothes galore. So I say to her, I'm not helping you. You are 10 years old. Get up and do it. And she gets up and does it. And she feels so good about it.
She's
you know?
a different kind of kid, though.
She is.
Right.
But ours, also I do the same with Yara and Ishmael. Like, no, you can put your plate in the sink. You know, you can clean off your part of the table. You can brush your teeth. You can wipe your butt. Like, at some point you gotta let them go. You know, as long as their clothes are clean, they're not sick, and you know, they got on the appropriate clothing, like a jacket if it's cold, or sneakers or something.
Okay, don't be like me and have your daughter with her dress on backwards going out the door because you're too stupid to know whether or not the dress is on backwards. Because I think literally every single year that my child has been in school, there has been one day where I've had to accept full responsibility for the child going to school in a backwards dress.
Didn't you send her in pajamas one time by accident?
I don't think I did
It
that.
was like pajama pants or a pajama shirt.
Maybe, but definitely something backwards. For sure. Like, listen, I'm not perfect. I'm flawed.
Oh, we know.
Yeah.
So those are just a few of the do's and don'ts. Now are the pet peeves.
Get out of my car.
I'm gonna let you go first about the pet peeve, and it can't be to get out of the car.
So, I hope this is in line with what we're talking about. But like, this is a major first world problem of my kids. They don't go to school. They don't actually go to school. My kids.
Jay pays for them to be watched here. Jay pays to watch his own children
I'm not
at his house.
complaining about the fact that my kids go to private school, but
He's complaining.
the children don't go back to school until after Labor Day.
Do you have
Memorial
a
Day.
curriculum for them? Do you have a curriculum that since they're
It's
home
called
again?
Lion Guard.
Okay.
Zukazama. Today's Swahili lesson is Zukazama.
Every time I turn around, I call Jay. He talking about my kids is home. My kids is home. I'm like, what?
Can you say Beshti?
Tell you something.
No, but they don't go to school until after Labor Day, and then I think they go to school for like 2 days of that week, and it's like a slow, and then like, listen, they get a great education, they're doing well, but I swear to God, they go to school half of the days that everybody else goes to school.
Child.
So there's my pet peeve first world problem.
All right, my
Yeah.
pet peeve is when people post their kids online for their first day, and they post their name, their age, the grade, the school, the teacher, their social security number, their school ID, the driver's license, the child's shoe size, where they was born at. That irritates my entire life. Number one, People kidnap kids.
Meanwhile, the person in the creep van is online scrolling
Like,
like, oh, there he is.
add
He
this
should be
one to the
there at
list.
2:15
Add this
p.m.
one to the list. This one
I've
to
got
the
candy.
Child, that irritate. Like, and then they do it on the little chalkboard, or they do it on a T-shirt with the outfit that the kid is wearing that day. And all I keep
Make sure I gave him $30 to walk into
right. I'm like, now listen. I know we excited.
Your child's a whole mark.
Listen, which makes my child a mark because if they go to the same damn school.
You better not indirectly mark my children.
Okay? Listen, keep that to yourself. You can send that to your group chat. Don't post it on Facebook. Or when they take pictures of their child on their first day at the school with other kids walking around and I see my child in the background. Oh no, now we gotta fight. Now we have to fight. I'm suing you. Oh God. Like
Then I gotta tell my child, hey, you can't be friends with Andy no more.
No, you don't know him. You don't know him at all. When he come up to you, walk away. He's invisible.
Oh, there's Invisible Andy again.
My God. I don't understand people. I understand that social media is like the place where we share our lives. But you don't have to share your life.
And I know I do the most, but yeah.
But he has a gun.
Can you please? You just have this constant thing like, oh, da-da-da-da. Please.
No, I'm saying, like,
But
at least with you can tell your shit, because if
Okay,
somebody
I'm not-
come up
listen,
in here, somebody come up in your house, you'd be the...
I have no desire.
But I got Prince, and Kiki, and a turtle, and an attack rabbit. You show up if you want. You pull up if you want to. She, I let Poof up out that cage so quick.
It's a well-trained attack rabbit. Yeah.
Please don't post everything about your child when they do their first day. Just do their name. You could do they're going to kindergarten and they're gonna have a great day, or what they want to be when they grow up. Don't post all of the information. Also, be mindful of your location services, okay? Because people can track that as well. So yeah, have a happy back to school week. We love you.
We're glad to be back down here in the casita, doing what we do, and we'll be here consistently for the rest of the year.
And we have new stuff coming up that we're gonna announce soon. We're gonna change a little bit, and we hope that you guys will love it, because I think you will. So yeah, have a wonderful week. And if you have anything you want us to talk about, post about, show up to, hit us up at najandjshow@gmail.com.
Block parties when again?
September 22nd. I'm gonna post the flyer this week. Love you, bye.